Right, hey everybody, it's Joe from NCP Mount Outdoors. I'm out in my garage today, and what I'm going to do is we're going to be installing these Realtruck swing out cargo boxes. I've got one for the passenger side, as you see here, that fits over the wheel well, and I've got one that I'm going to install on the driver's side. So in my truck, I typically carry a lot of my gear in this large Plano tote here. It's very heavy, it has a lot of stuff, so it has my ratchet straps, my toolbox, jumper cables, a shovel, my hatchet, some twine, wire, all kinds of stuff in there. And it's just heavy and bulky, and it's kind of a pain to have to like ratchet strap to this side and then kind of open it and undo the strap. So I got these the other day, and I've got, like I said, one for the passenger side and driver's side. So this swing out cargo box is just going to swing in that way and lay along the side right over the wheel well on each side of the truck cab, and then when I need it, I just pull that release lever and it swings right open to me, and I can easily access the stuff that's in it. So that's what I'm going to do today, because remember, your truck is usually your best backpack. It carries most of my stuff, and if you're doing EDC, the stuff that sits in my truck, you've seen my other video on that. It'd be nice if I could just organize the back stuff that I keep in this into these smaller containers, and then they can always be removed easily if I need to move them, if I do need to haul something. But for right now, just going from this to that is going to help me be more organized, and it's going to be just easier to access. So that's the plan for today. So I'm going to move the camera now and kind of show you. I'm going to install the passenger side first, and then we'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll do the driver's side. So stay tuned, everybody. Alright everybody, so I got the camera moved in close so you can see what I'm going to do here. So the first thing I have to do is remove the tail light on this side. So these are two 8mm screws. I want to make sure that my instructions don't blow away. So I've got, I'm going to have one screw here and one screw here. So it's 8mm, so I'm going to go ahead and get my ratchet and then take these off, and then the tail light should pull off. I'm going to set it right here on the side so it doesn't get damaged. So I'm going to grab my 8mm. Alright, so I've got my 8mm ratchet, so let's see if we can, that's tightening, so let's flip it this way. Loosen this. Alright. Okay, so we want to make sure we don't lose any of these bolts or screws, so let's just, okay, same thing down the bottom here. Perfect. Okay, so now we got the two screws out. So my assumption is this will just kind of pop out. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this to come out. I don't want to break it. I don't want to pull it hard, but you know, it just should pop out. Let's see. I'm trying to see where those plastic pieces are, because I'm sure that's where it is. I don't see anything over there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So really it just pulls out from this little clip here and this little clip here, but goes in these holes. And then I can disconnect this right here. Let's see. Well, I'd love to just be able to not have to disconnect all this stuff. Let's see. I hate these little plastic pieces like that, you know. I just like, I don't want them to just like pop off, you know. You're always afraid when you do it, it's like gonna break something else. So I don't want to break something. Alright, let's see if, can I just do that? Let's see if I can just let that hold right there. Alright, I think that'll do. Alright, so now there's 3 holes here on this side. So now I've got to get the right brackets out of this here. Kind of show you what this looks like. Get this foam out of the way. Alright, so there's one bracket. This is the bracket that goes inside. Let's see. Alright, let's get this foam out of the way. Alright, so here's the tools that the hardware it came with. So this is the bracket. Alright, so this one, can put that off to the side. So this, let me see, has to go inside like that. This has to go inside like this. So, okay, so I've got to use these screws here to screw this in. So let's get the right hardware. All right. 1, 2. So, all right, so attach the bracket to the truck starting with the middle hole. Insert a hex bolt through the truck bracket and the truck. Place lock washer and assembly nut on the bolt. Okay. So these bolts will go from inside, and then a lock washer. Oh no, this one just says the middle one first. So insert a hex bolt, followed by let's see. Starting with the middle hole, insert a hex bolt through the truck bracket and the truck. Place lock washer and assembly nut on the bolt. Okay, so this middle one, I'm just using this lock washer and a nut. Just like that. So it should look like that when I'm putting this in that middle one. And you can see by the instructions right there, it's got these bigger aluminum spacers, but those are not for, that's for the top and the bottom, it's not for the middle. So let's go ahead and install that in the middle hole. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's see right here. That's the top. This is the middle right here. Alright. Alright, so let's take this bracket. And it's gotta go like this. This is the new one like this. Okay, it's gonna go like this. Alright, it goes like that. And then oh. Dropping everything. Dang nabbit. Where'd the washer go? Oh my goodness. This wind is blowing stuff over. I lost my, there it is, lock washer. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so here this is. Lock washer. Nut. Okay. Alright. And hand tighten only. Okay. So it's, okay, hand tight only. Alright. And then we're going to use a hex bolt on the top hole, followed by an aluminum spacer, lock washer, and assembly nut. Alright. So we do a hex bolt at the top. So we'll go here. This is right here. It's up here. You can't see, so basically I can feel it over here, but you can't see it up this side in the headlight assembly. It's up at top there. So I put the bolt in. So then we do an aluminum spacer, a lock washer, and the nut. Okay, so let's do the aluminum spacer. Okay, I've got the aluminum spacer, and then I've got the lock washer and the hex bolt and the an assembly nut. And the grooves are against the truck bed on that aluminum spacer, so that's important. It tells you right there in the instructions. All right. Use the hex. All right. Okay, so now I've got that hand tight only. It's hand tight. All right, and then do not tighten it this time. Repeat this procedure for the bottom. So same thing for the bottom. So what they're saying is, so what they're saying is when I put it, so you can see, so when I put it in there, I'm pushing the grooves in this aluminum go this way, and then the lock washer, and then the nut. So that's what it looks like inside that assembly. So let's go ahead and do the bottom one now. All right, I'm gonna put, boy, this wind is terrible right now. All right, now we'll put this washer on. It's nice. So the only one you can't really see when you're looking through the taillight assembly is that top, the top bolt. The middle and the bottom here you can easily see, and I can see why they want you to remove this wire here like this, because it's easier for you to really kind of get in there and adjust what you need to adjust. So. Okay, so that's done. Let me see if I can figure out how to, like, I don't want to mess this up. Let's see if I can try to pull off that. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Now I was able to disconnect the headlight completely, put that off to the side. Or the tail light, I should say. Cool. Alright, so that's out of my way. Alright, so those are nice and thing. Now, so now it says striker bracket installation. Do not tighten it this time. So I'm going to leave those just hand tight the way they are. Now I need to climb into the truck bed, and I need to do this part of the assembly, which is putting this locking bracket into where my tie downs are. So I'm going to go ahead now and move the camera so you can see that. Alright, so now I've got to take off this plate. So I've got, it's a T30, so I've got my T30 right here. I'm hoping you guys can see that. Yeah, so I got a T30 right here. I'm going to try to see if I can use this screwdriver, ratchet, and will it just, that looks like it's tight. Let's see if I can loosen that. Perfect. Alright, so I got to take each of these out. At least when they did spray the bed liner, they removed all this stuff and really did a good job and didn't just spray over top of it. So, alright, let's do this one down the bottom here. should have just got one of my electric drills and done this. It would have been easier. 4, come on. There we go. Alright. Now, alright, so I've got all the screws out of the, I removed all the screws. So now, according to the instructions here, I can leave the tie down on, and then just use the same screws to install it back in. So here we go again. So let's kind of get these all back in place where they belong. We'll just get these in. I'll probably film all this while you're doing it, but then like I'll just jump to the end so you can see the finished product. Now, according to the instructions, the tie down can remain attached to the plate. Reinstall the tail light. If the truck does not have the factory box below the tie down plate, use the force applied. Yeah, it does. Okay. So I thought it would say to tighten the clamp. So striker bracket installation I'm doing now. Using the existing hardware, install the striker bracket over the top of the plate, which I did. See, I did that. Okay. Then repeat this procedure for the bottom hole and tighten all 3. Okay. Remove the 4. Right. Install. Sorry, I did on the top. Right. Tie down can remain attached. Right. Reinstall the tail light. So it never tells me to retighten these bolts at all. That doesn't seem right, does it? If I'm reinstalling the tail light. That's interesting. It never says to go. Interesting. The instructions never say to go back and do anything more than hand tight these. That's strange, right? I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that. That's weird. Okay, so these are all back in, hand tight. That's the bracket. Okay. Well, it doesn't say anything on that instructions either. I don't know why you would you'd never do more than just hand tie these. Like you'd never like tighten it down a little bit. I don't know. It seems strange. All right. Well, we'll follow the instructions. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move the camera a little bit. All right. So again, so I took the storage case off of the pins just for a second. I didn't see anywhere in the instruction where it said to tighten up the screws that we put in behind the taillight. So I basically just grabbed this 1/2-inch kind of wrench right here. Use this end with the T30 hex screwdriver head here, and I just tighten those up real good. Now I'm at an angle, obviously, because my driveway slopes. So when I try to close the storage box, right, it's tipping down. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll get it on here. I'll just tip it up a little bit. It clips, and then you can adjust on the device that takes the metal piece to lock it in. You have 2 screws there where it says you can adjust it. So when I get it on level ground, I'll pull the truck down and make sure it swings level. If it doesn't, I'll just tweak it a little bit and make sure that's working as expected. But for now, yeah, this is perfectly good. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put the case back on these pins right here. It just sits nice and easy right here, like this. Yeah, so now it's just, I mean, it's free floating, as you can see, on those pins. Now you see when I go like that, it's tipping down a little bit, so it's not getting the latch. So I just have to like lift it up a little bit, and you can hear it click right in there, and that's what it's going to look like. So let me move that camera, show you from the other side. Okay, I can see right here. And so yeah, so there it is right there. So you can see it's right over the wheel well there. So perfect. So now I can get that stuff emptied out from my tote and kind of get it in there perfectly, and it sits out of the way, and it still gives me plenty of room to put a lot of gear in there. So all right, so I've tightened these screws inside here using a 1/2-inch wrench here. Got in there with that, and then used the T30 screwdriver on the other side of the bolt to tighten it. It didn't say tighten it in the instructions, but I did anyway. And then I reattached the connectors to the tail light here, and I'm just going to line up the pin over here and the pin in the middle, and then it should and this pin up top here, and it should all go together. So you got the top, the middle, and then this top one here. Good. All right, perfect. So then it's together. So then you just have to reinstall these 8mm bolts. So make sure they line up. Just get them started. Okay. All right, and then take my 8mm socket here. We're gonna flip it, and then we're just gonna tighten this up. Okay. Okay, that's tight. Oh. Okay. And tight. Okay, perfect. So the taillight's back together, it's clipped, we're good to go. So now I'm just going to go over to the other side over there and install the driver's side one, same thing. And then when I'm done with that, I'll kind of bring you back and kind of show you that final product when they're both swinging out and you can see how they work. So, all right, everybody, so I've got the passenger side as I showed you installed. I'll move the camera over here so you can see the driver's side. Just kind of turn the camera a little bit, and there it is. There's the driver's side. Same exact thing as this one over here on the passenger side. So I'll just put this down here just to show you. I did install the lock right here on both of them, and it comes with this set of keys. And I think these are for this side. No, let's see these. Yeah, so they see there's turns and locks. So now somebody can't just come and unloosen this and pull it out. There's also a tab here where you can put a master lock if you wanted to. If you didn't want to use this, you can use that master lock and put it right through this little hole right here, and then people can't steal it. So I'll just have to throw these keys somewhere safe so I remember them. And I did find the keys. They were in my truck for the tie downs, which are still on. So that's really cool, is that I still have right behind here, there is this clip right here for tie downs. I didn't have to remove the tie down that was on the plate. It fits underneath the clamps for the soft topper. So this worked out really, really well. And then, like I said, you just pull that handle, it slides right out like that, opens up. It's got a little bin right here, like that you can put stuff in. There's like a little pocket right here, and then this is the bigger pocket here. So I think this is going to work out really great for all my adventures. And you hear it lock right there. Again, I'm at an angle, that's why it's tipping down. And if I find on level ground that it doesn't quite lock like it's supposed to, I can adjust it real quick. It's not an issue. There's 2 screws on the connector lock on the bracket there that you can adjust to make sure that when you swing in, it closes. But yeah, this looks absolutely awesome. I'm so excited. It gives me all kinds of room, as you can still see, to like put anything I need in there for camping, and then easy access stuff I can put right in here. So, all right, thanks for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and we'll have another video for you soon. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll happy to explain them or answer them for you. But yeah, really happy with these Realtruck products. And then I gotta just get my gear sorted and get it in there. So, all right, everybody, and stay tuned for the next video, and take care. Thanks for watching NC Piedmont Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.